worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. They will buy some of you over. The spirit of Oba, Biasika, and Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora-Eri, the same God of Owe-Eri, the same God of Arochukwu. Not to be known by the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very careful, both within and without. Very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who we are chosen before you were born. There were some people who were chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people all over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will follow it. They will say, let us go and see what is happening there. That is what these no-colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand. The mountains, I didn't say one mountain, the mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. And for us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything in life, and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we are in right now. To make sure that brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion to fight us. They can bribe Facebook, they can buy them off. They can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before. They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you a vehicle. They can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like that. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move. Formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you. That they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be until Biafra comes and beyond, to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very near. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully, and they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are getting attacks from everywhere all over the world. And very soon, they will buy over some of you. They will buy some of you over. The spirit of Oba, BIAFRA, and the Ifajuna are still in some of you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we're doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed the same God of Israel, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Ehiri in Aguleri, the same God of Umweri, the same God of Ora-Eri, the same God of Owe-Eri, the same God of Arochukwu. Not to be no bad, the true God, one true God. And you will know that indeed, not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner.
Also send a very powerful message to him as well, to make sure that they understand that now what we need is people that are and very active, and not all these Achikote Kwano people. So the analysis of Iwanyamu video start.
Iwanyamu has taken over the Igbo socio-cultural group, replacing the late Professor George Obiozo. The new president of the group, Chief Iwanyamu, says that he has carefully examined the circumstances and challenges plaguing Igbo, deciding to tackle them headlong as the president of Ohaneze Igbo worldwide. The new Ohaneze president promised to put the right committees in place to health, education, industry, and on electric power supply.
A leader is not the wisest man, but he becomes the wisest the moment he is proclaimed, because my wisdom now is the aggregate of all your wisdom together, so I'm the wisest. I'm not the strongest man, but from this day, my strength is the aggregate of all your strength, so I'm the strongest. I'm not the tallest.
Thank you very much. I want to start by, reminding Iwanyanwu about this particular statement. This statement is what I've been praying for those people who call themselves the leaders in the Southeast. A lot of people hate Iwanyanwu. All of us know that. We have exposed him. We have made an exposition on him, many times. And then he somehow, showed that he has repented. Maybe not fully repented, but at least he started saying something, the truth. So, but this is the what I have been preaching for a very long time. And it seems as if Iwanyanwu have actually come to understand what I was preaching. I was preaching that the leaders of the Southeast and the South-South, the old Eastern region, don't understand the power they have in us, the Biafra agitators and the youth. That if they do understand the power they have in us, Nigeria will worship them. So, this is the exact statement Iwanyanwu is making here. That if he have, but what he's not understanding is that the people surrounding him are chaff. They are just as chaff as anything, because when the breeze of Nigeria blow, they will all disappear. So the people that he have as people that he will say that he has power to, to stand very strong in Nigeria and fight for the freedom of Biafra are those agitating for Biafra. All of us, including Biafra government in exile. So this Iwanyanwu don't have anybody in the governors. Iwanyanwu should have people surrounding him there. He don't have anybody in them. If he is thinking that these people that is surrounding him are the power he got, then he must, I don't want to insult him. It means that he really needs some brain. The power he have now are those who are able to challenge the impurity of the Nigerian state, challenge the Fulanis, and still standing. These are the power. If you want to say you have power in Biafra, these are the you have. Not these people, this chaff that are surrounding you. Until you are able to identify the kind of power that you need to face Nigeria for the collective interest of the entire Biafra and the Igbo people you claim to be representing. If you don't understand, but I believe that you understand that power, because that is why you have demanded for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So, but I just want to analyze this for people to understand that it is like Iwanyanwu is, falling back in line, which is a good thing. That's why we continue to keep him in the good book until he does otherwise, and we believe he will not do otherwise. So let us continue. He has nothing to lose. That is number one. He's an old man. He has nothing to lose. This is an opportunity for Iwanyanwu to correct historic, very bad history about him. The opportunity is here. The opportunity to make his years not be a wasted years. Oh, this Iwanyanwu is the most luckiest, one of the most luckiest man from Igbo land. Because not everybody have opportunity and have this kind of second chance. Now, he is old, over 80 years. So he has nothing to lose. It is time to wash and image. The time immemorial of all the Otoko to this contact or this, not building this road, not building that road, this is the time to wash those bad history away. So I want everybody that knows Iwanyanwu to understand that it is the time. God loved him. That is why God gave him this opportunity. He must not be scared of anybody. He must not be scared of Nigeria. They can't do him anything. He's old enough. And this is the time he is going to do something for his family, for his generation, and make good name of all the years of accusation of being a bad person, all the years of accusation of squandering and embezzling money as a contractor, all the years of building a bypass in Anambra and he didn't build it, all those years. we are going to forget it if he rise up today to do the right thing for the best interest of everybody. And the only way to do the right thing is not to demand for additional state. Additional state is not the right thing. If Iwanyanwu don't know what to do and how to do it, I am making it as the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile today, extending the hand of fellowship to Iwanyanwu, that we are ready to advise him on what to do and how to go about it, in case he don't know. And if Iwanyanwu don't know why we are against anything, creation of additional state other than Biafra, he also is the door of the government of Biafra Republic in exile is open for Iwanyanwu and his group to come and let us tell them why this particular call for creation of additional state is not what Ndibo need now. They say we are not involved in consultation. They say Simon Ekpa don't want to speak to anybody. They say Simon Ekpa, no. When it comes to negotiation and discussing Biafra freedom, in case if you want to hear from me and their exposition and the programs we are doing, that you want to ask pertinent questions, please, we have extended this hands of fellowship on our publication press release in the memo we sent to them. This night, we are now officially telling Iwanyanwu and Ohaneze, which is the real Ohaneze, not the Ohaneze that are placing bounty on me. Those who are placing bounty on me are not the real Ohaneze. Iwanyanwu is the real Ohaneze. So we are extending our hands of fellowship to them. Come, let us tell you why the creation of additional state is not what Ndibo need. And if you can convince me that additional state is what you need, let us debate, let us have a meeting, and let us talk. We are not ready to talk to anybody. We are ready to talk to people, and we are talking. Because this year, it is not going to be business as usual. This particular year, especially starting from this month of May, it will be hot in every area, in every corner, everywhere will be hot. So, in order to say we did not, don't come and say we did not create room for discussion. We have created room for discussion. We have created room for discussion from tonight after addressing you. Now let us continue.
It's all the men and women, young and old, put together. So I want to tell you that this job, I'm going to rise to the challenge. It's going to be a collective responsibility. I'm going to work with everybody, and I can be rest assured that we are not.
So today is a great day for all people to stand behind him. You will know that going forward from here, you will be expecting a very firm and resolute leadership from Ndibo. He's not expecting anything from anybody at it. And with that age, Iwanyanwu had more than years. So it's not somebody who can come down to
Now, I hope you all understand what this means. So what this man is trying to say is that other people will collect money and abandon their people. And we have seen it in them, including him talking. He is now telling you, that's why I say Iwanyanwu have nothing to lose. He's over 80 years. So it is the time for him to brush up his image and the image of his family. And he must not use this, he must not lose this opportunity. This man is saying that he is old, he has money, so nobody can come and give him money and give him position or something to abandon his people. But that is exactly what him is doing. He did it. This man talking now from Anambra is a senator, elected senator. That is what all of them are doing. Fulani will come and give them money, give them position, promise them something to abandon Ndibo. They abandon them. He is talking from experience. I am telling you the fact. Now let us listen.
Joining us on the morning show this morning to discuss his inauguration as the new president of Ohaneze Ndigbo and all he hopes to achieve during his tenure is Chief Emmanuel Iwanyanwu. Good morning and welcome to the morning show.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. Well, congratulations on your inauguration yesterday by the email as the general of the Ohaneze Ndigbo worldwide. You had said in some of your remarks that your ambition was to have been president of the Federal Republic, but now you are president of Ohaneze Ndigbo worldwide. Well, president is president. How do you feel, and what are your plans?
Well, thank you very much. I think, is that Ruben? Is that
Yes,
Ruben talking to me?
Yes, sir. Morning, sir.
Well, we're all friends and colleagues. I'm glad to meet you once more. I want to thank Arise Television for this opportunity, and please my best regards to our dear friend and colleague Ndoka. And Arise have done very well. Yes, I'm now the President General of Ohaneze Ndigbo, and that position confer on me the leadership of Igbos all over the world. We have Igbos everywhere. My mind is, I'll do my best. And people who know me in the past, Igbos have confidence in me. And in fact, I want to say that this is the first time Igbos produced somebody without acrimony. It was unanimous everywhere. I'm overwhelmed, very completely by the love they have shown me, and that convey on me a lot of responsibility in carrying out my duty. Those your people who were at the venue yesterday when I was sworn in, notice that at least five states in Igbo land, the southeast, the governors and the deputies were there. And so, for the first time, they all came together to support me and promise everything with me. So I'm quite happy, and I don't have any doubt about it.
Congratulations once again, Chief Iwanyanwu, on your inauguration. I'd like to ask you.
Thank you very much.
For your priority areas, you have mentioned a few things that you'd focus on during your tenure as President General. I'd like you to please highlight some of them. I know some of which might be of interest, might be you saying that you would secure the release of Nnamdi Kanu, and also the fact that you would be pushing for an additional state in the southeast area of Nigeria. Please, can you expound a bit more on your areas of priority during your tenure?
To push the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is approved by the BIAFRA Republic government in exile. But the push for the creation of additional state is where we are going to have a very big problem with Ohaneze led by Iwanyanwu. Believe me, we don't need additional state. We don't need for them to further divide us. Now, I want you to listen to how Iwanyanwu shoots himself. Because these people, because of his age, they need to be guided by fresh brain. Not the brain of the old, not the brain of 80 years. I want everybody to listen to him.
Yes. Frankly speaking, there is a lot of problem in the country. You have a problem of youth unemployment, and all these things are creating a social unrest. Most of the problem we have in society today, you have government killing people, kidnapping, is caused mainly by unemployment. So we are going to work together with the state governors in the southeast and Igbo land, those with us, because southeast comprise the 5 southeast states, but also Delta states. Okay,
Are you hearing it? And Ohaneze Ndigbo, just newly elected Ohaneze Ndigbo now, is telling you that the southeast is not only 5 Igbo speaking states. Are you hearing it? He is telling you, Southeast is not only 5 Igbo-speaking states. So I do not know. Now ask yourself, what does he understand by Southeast? Is he talking about the Southeast of the Nigeria state? Or is he talking about Southeast as a Biafra man, as a person, as an Igbo man? Because from what he is saying here, he is completely not talking about the Southeast of Nigeria. Because Southeast of Nigeria have 5 states. Okay? But he's telling you now that the Southeast is not only 5 states. So he is actually talking about 5 Southeast as an Igbo-speaking people. Now I want you to hear him where he is telling you that Southeast is Delta, Southeast is Benue, Southeast is Kogi, which means he is actually telling you where Igbo-speaking part of the Biafra people are located. And this confusion is caused by creation of state, using the state creation to divide Ndi Igbo. Yet he is advocating for another creation of state, where another Ndi Igbo will be now cut to Benin, another one will cut to Kafanchan, and then tomorrow another elderly man will come and start telling you something is in the new state created here yesterday. It is called divide and rule. You cannot deliberately aid that kind of creation of additional state when you see that it is only bringing confusion, division amongst our people. Now, listen to him.
Those who are indigenous of other states like Kwai is caused mainly by unemployment. So we are going to work together with the state governors in the Southeast and Igbo land, those with us, because Southeast comprise not only the 5 South but also rivers and Delta states.
Now you hear that? He is telling you that Southeast is not only 5 states, that it comprises rivers and Delta state. How true is that? So when you listen to this, you will finally agree with me that he was not actually talking about the Southeast of Nigeria, as as a Nigeria, from the Nigeria perspective. He is talking Southeast from a Biafran perspective. He can't just say it. Because how can you be in Nigeria? How can you be in Nigeria and they are saying that River State is Southeast? According to the way the Nigeria divided into, and then you come and say Delta is Southeast. Now, but of course we know that all these places should be Southeast, normally. But because of the criminality of the Nigeria Fulani state, the divide and rule tactics, they made it the way it is. But actually, in actual sense, there is nothing like South-South. Of course, Igbo people, yes, we know. He's talking about Igbo people. Now, I want everybody to listen.
Of course, there are Igbos who are indigenous of other places like Kwai Ibom, like Benue, like even Kogi, Baesa.
It is telling you where Igbo people are, in Bayelsa, Kogi. They will come and tell you, let us even say, okay, it is just, let us talk about Igbo. Some people will still come and ask you, where is your map? And the part that is asking, where is your map of Biafra? But here he is, telling you where Igbo people are located. Let us even talk about that. And now, he is pushing for another additional state in the Southeast, so that to continue to create this confusion, he is trying to address now, which many of his children in America don't have knowledge about. His children in America don't have knowledge about what he's explaining now, so he has to explain to them. So it is only accumulating problem by creating additional state. We don't need additional state. What we need is complete independent state of Biafra. Call it whatever you want to call it. If you don't accept Biafra as a name, call it whatever you want to call it. Independent state is what we need. Now, listen to him.
Cross River And then Igbos are indigenous, but major Igbos live in 7 states. We are going to look at possibilities of facilitating employment opportunities. I have worked in 19 in Nigeria was a market. Igbos were actually not very highly developed. Igbos in all aspects of development. But this when we had independence, Igbos came to the top in education, top in industry, business, top even in bureaucracy. There is a lot of development. Most of this development is actually caused by our businessmen. So that is why I have decided I'm going to set up a council of education that will try to find what makes us strong in education. Find a council of business leaders to make sure our business will succeed. So these are very important. And then, of course, there are some industries, for example, the Niger SEM at Nkalagu, which was a major industry. I will set up a committee to work and make sure it is it will start before the end of the year. And if the raw material cement is mainly limestone, we have a lot of.
Now listen to him. If Ohaneze Ndigbo president, please, those people writing comment here should stop. That comment is distracting me, please. Onyeka, please, can you stop? The Ohaneze Ndigbo president is now telling you how he is going to do this, how he is going to activate Niger cement, how he is going to do this and do that. And ask him, why will Iwanya who want to activate something in Nigeria after how many years of decay? Is it not possible for him, if he has this kind of ideas to bring employment, to do this and do that, and he is now hoping on Nigeria removing exclusive list from their constitution or whatever? If Iwanyanwu as at age of 80 something can be thinking of reviving Nkalago cement, reviving Niger SEM, as an individual, just a president of an organization, of Igbo cultural, social cultural organization, can be thinking like this, why is he wasting his time in Nigeria? I am asking you, all of you. I am asking him as well. Because in Nigeria, it is not about development. That is what they don't know. Nigeria, it is not about providing employment. The people that they are sharing Nigeria with does not care about development. They don't care about employment. They don't care about production of cement. As for government, they have monopolized the whole thing to their son, Dangote. They don't care about those things. But Iwanyanwu at the age of 83 is thinking how in the southeast. Now ask him, why can't you fight and for your own country, so that these particular ideas you have you will have opportunity to implement it. We want to compete against other nations, other countries of the world freely. Why are you now making this whole, we want to create employment as ordinary president of Ohaneze Ndigbo, which is not even recognized by the Nigerian constitution? Are you aware of that? So he is going to now work with the governors and say, let us create employment. And they are going to fight it. The Fulani will fight against the whole thing. Otherwise, why is Niger SEM not working? But Dangote cement is working. I want you all to listen.
limestone in Imo. We have limestone in example, the Niger Sem at Nkalagu, which was a major industry. I will set up a committee to work and make sure it is operate. It will start production before.
See, he will set up a committee to make sure it is in production. President of socio-cultural organization, not a governor, not a representative of a government, organization that Nigeria does not recognize, organization that is not registered in Nigeria. I am telling you the fact, this Ohaneze is not registered. It is not registered though. Believe me. You see this Ohaneze that Iwanyanwu doesn't have registration. I challenge anybody who will come to prove to me that this Ohaneze is registered. It is not registered. It is illegal entity. The only one that is registered is the one that is placing bounty on me. The one that every time I talk, he will come and place bounty. That is the one that's registered with the help of Umahi. Umahi helped him to register it. And the reason Umahi helped him to register it is to just use it to fight against Biafra. That's why anytime Simon Ekpa do something, that idiot will come and counter it. They publish it on Nigerian media. If Biafra is coming tomorrow, he will come and counter it. If I say Biafra is coming next tomorrow, he will come and counter it. That is the only thing he's doing. And his own fashion of Ohaneze is the only registered one in Nigeria. How many of you is aware of this? Are you aware? You know, some of you don't know all these things. Are you aware that this Ohaneze of Iwanyanwu is not a registered entity in Nigeria? They withdraw their registration from the CAC. Today, the only registered Ohaneze in Nigeria CAC is the one that they placed bounty on me, which is not the original Ohaneze. Now, they want to raise a committee to start doing something that governors could not do within Nigeria. How do you think it is possible? When governors who were elected, recognized by Nigeria state, swear oath of office to become governor in Nigeria, could not, revive Niger Sem, Kanago, Umahi with all his building everywhere, building aeroplane, airport, building this one. Umahi could not revive. He is talking about Nkalago. Is Niger Sem not in Ebonyi State? Is Ishian local government, right? He's in Ebonyi State. And Umahi is building everywhere. Umahi is very close to Buhari, licking his ass. He has not, done anything in Nkalago in the Niger Sem. But he want to this committee. Something that ultimate elected people could not do. The person that Nigeria government will withdraw their registration from ACAC want to raise committee to do it. I just want to make common sense and ask questions. Why do you want to waste your time in Nigeria? Something that your governors could not do. It is you that have withdrawn your registration from the CAC that want to do it. It's just a waste of time. You just come to promise. This is not politics. So you can do this thing when Biafra come. You can activate this whole thing when Biafra come. Because we know that what we are doing is to be, to build the Biafra nation, and we are going to be competing among the best nation in the world. Let us continue.
For the end of the year. And in fact, the raw material for cement is mainly limestone. We have a lot of it in Igbo land. We have limestone in Imo. We have limestone in Abia, in Enugu, in Ebonyi, even part of Anambra. So.
Are you hearing where they say we have limestone? What they will use to do cement? We have limestone here. We have limestone there. We have limestone. Yet, one bag of cement in Biafra land is coming from Dangote. I don't know whether you people know if I'm making a lot of sense. He is telling you where we have limestone for cement. All these places are scattered with a limestone to do this and do that. Yet, bag of cement is coming from Dangote at a very high price. And they think Nigeria don't know there is limestone in those places he's mentioning. They know. But their intention and agenda is not development. And the Wanyan who don't understand that Nigeria is not for development. So what your governors and what all the political elected officers, elected political office holders in these whole years could not do, it is you at 80-something years that want to raise a committee where it will benefit Igbo. And Abuja will allow you. Hey, don't waste your time. The time you are going to waste to start pressing for Kalago and Najasem, use it to press for Biafra. So that when Biafra come, you can bring these ideas to the table. And we are going to use it to develop Biafra land. Let us continue.
So we're going to do that. And also, I commissioned a study on power. Power is a problem in Southeast. I commissioned a study on power, and they brought me very wonderful result that we can generate power very cheaply with coal, especially at this time when diesel is very costly. Coal is there in abundance in Enugu State. So
you see, he said he commissioned study power generation. Now, after they have finished the study, he generates power with coal, and coal is in Enugu State. Something that Iwanyanwu, from all his years in political, as an active businessman, as a contractor, and as all these years, he didn't know that you can generate electricity with coal. It is now when he is over 80 years. As a president, he wants to now begin to generate electricity with coal. And thank God that the Nigeria government, Abuja, have removed that from the exclusive list. So now they can use coal to generate electricity for Igbo. He knows it is not possible. So the question is, why can't you fight for Biafra so that you can use this coal in Enugu to generate electricity and other ones that are coming that you people don't even know about?
So I have further investigated, and people told me that in fact the coal in Enugu is one of the best. It's better than most of the coal. There are many other parts of the world that you still use coal for energy. So we are going to explore the possibility of mining the coal and then using it to get power, especially now. National Assembly has done a good job by removing power from the making it in the concurrent list. So that's a very good job National Assembly did. We are going to take advantage, and when we do this, I think people will be very, very happy. Well, talking about Nnamdi Kanu, it has to do with our security. Now, Nnamdi Kanu has been incarcerated for quite a long time. We actually, our position is that the law should take its turn, but the law, the court have released him. The court have released him, and we in Ohanes and Igbo feel that there is no justifiable reason whatsoever to still keep him in prison when he has been released. So that is why we think it should be released. And in fact, it's a problem to us when it's not released, because the young people who actually support him, there's no doubt about it, that the younger people in this country, I mean, especially in our area, who feel that they are not getting what they should get in Nigeria. But we have been telling them that things were doing well, that when they look at the aggregate, Igbos have done well in terms of business, in terms of economy and so on.
in terms of business, in terms of economy, how does the government help them in all this work they are doing? Is it as a result of government policy? The answer is no. If Igbo can do well in this hostility in Nigeria, why don't you support Biafra and make Igbo excel and bring the best of Igbo potentials to build the Biafra nation that you can be proud of, your children can be proud of? Why would you be wasting your time in Nigeria that doesn't want you? Okay, you claim that we are supporting the country, we are not getting what we're supposed to get in Nigeria. Are we supposed to be fighting to get something in Nigeria? Is it not so? Is it not your country that's supposed to always think about the best interest of its citizen? Is it the other way around, that citizens should start fighting to get what it belongs to them or what is their right? No. So we are looking for a country where the country will take responsibility and always protect the interest of its citizens. And that country is going to be Biafra. So what are you going to lose, Iwanyanwu, if Biafra come today? The question I want to ask Iwanyanwu is, what are you going to lose if Biafra come today? Are you going to lose anything? The answer is no. So why then are you not supporting Biafra?
So if Nnamdi Kanu is reduced, it's going to reduce the problems we have in the security problem in the southeast. And it is my intention to organize what I call security summit. Peace summit. I want a peace summit. A peace summit where I will invite all the groups that are agitating for one thing or the other, then make them to embrace peace so that they stop killing and murdering people. So, and we can't organize a peace summit if Nnamdi Kanu is detention, because it will not work.
I agree with you. But remember that the people that you should first of all have peace meeting with is the Nigeria army. Nigeria army who comes to villages and burn the villages. Iwanyanwu, are you not aware of the burning of villages by the Nigeria military, Bubago, and the DSS? Are you not aware of that? So first of all, as we are demanding the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and making sure that he must be part of the peace meeting, and I approve it. And that is why we are extending the hands of fellowship from the Biafra Republic government in exile. But before you talk about peace summit with anybody in Biafra struggle, first of all, pull the military out of the street and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because with the military burning and killing our people, there can never be peace. So first of all, start the peace summit with the Nigeria army, our land, and you see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out and join the peace summit. And I believe him, and I believe what he can do. That is the way forward. And that's why I maintain again, Iwanyanwu will come in the good book of Biafra until further notice. He is in our good book since last year. We declared him the good book of Biafra. And you know, some people don't understand how these things work. The spirit of Biafra is very powerful. Who would ever believe that last year we were declaring Iwanyanwu as somebody in the good book of Biafra? Nobody know that he is going to be talking like this today. He's going to become our next president. Not when I'm talking like this, it will enter his head. Fulani will start calling him from Abuja. He will change. We will give him IPOB treatment. I am telling you the fact. And a beautiful way I want media. So let him maintain his word and stand where he stands, and he will get the support of Biafra agitators. He will also get the support of the Biafra Republic government in exile. When he continue to speak like this, maintain his stand, but must make sure that the creation of additional state, we don't need it. That is not what we need now. What we need is complete freedom, so that all these things he is mentioning here can materialize in the state of Biafra for the benefit and the best interest of our people who have suffered age-long marginalization and age-long annihilation by the Nigeria state. And the police as well. Somebody say he must have peace talk with the police. Thank you very much. Also with the police.
And especially when his case has been examined by the court of the land, and the court have said that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. So it is the view of Ohaneze Ndigbo, an appeal we're making to Buhari to give us that gift of releasing Nnamdi Kanu before he leaves before his expiration of his 29th of May.
Okay,
so that is our desire, and that is our desire.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, sir, Abi, good to see you, and
I wanted to also...
Okay, go ahead. Please finish up your thoughts. Go ahead, sir.
Yes. No, we wanted to say that it's an appeal we're making to the president. We want to emphasize that the president, in fact, we must acknowledge that the president has done quite a number of things for us. He has the Niger Bridge is complete.
I don't need to listen to all those, all these phrases. He has done his job. He has spoken well, and we commend him for speaking like this. And having listened to this, we are going to open our line for your question and feedback. We're going to take maybe like 5 calls. We want to take like 5 calls. Right, the line is open. The line is open for your call. The line is open for your call. We're going to take like 5 calls, and you're welcome to the program. Hello. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, welcome to the program.
Good evening. Thank you for what you're doing, Simon. My main issue is these people. I don't know why they can't stand and say the truth. I don't know why they are so afraid to say what they need to say. The Fulani have made them so afraid that they can't even speak clearly and say what the people need them to say.
Well, I think we are getting there, and I want everybody to understand that what we are doing now is just a formality. It does not stop. It does not in any way stop or interfere in what we are doing to get Biafra this year. So we have to do it in order to turn every stone.
Exactly. We have to completely ignore them and go on with what you're doing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But thank
you so much.
So we are turning every stone that we can lay our hands on. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, we continue. The line is still on. This is number two caller. You're welcome to the program. Hello? You're welcome to the program. I'm hearing you.
Okay.
Your line is not clear. I don't know what you are using to call.
Can you hear me?
I'm hearing voice, but not what you are saying.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, good. Good evening from here, and I want to thank you for what you're doing. You're doing very well. When I got the notification from Twitter about your program today, I quickly logged in immediately so I can hear before I say something. And God will bless you, because exactly what I was thinking when I listened to Iwanyan's interview is exactly what you are explaining.
Wow.
Iwanyan was addressing issues, telling us what he was going to do, as if he was not even just the state governor, but like a president. I don't know. When I heard him say all these things, I was like, in my mind, at his age, Iwanyan should know that even if he can do all this, Fulani will not let him do it. A country that wants development and knows that the raw materials needed to develop, if not a section of the country, but the entire country, lies in a certain states of the country. Why are they not utilizing it? Why did they give the ability to do all these productions to someone, a certain person, and the person is a Fulani man? And all these raw materials remain dormant in the southeast. And Iwaya, of all his existence in the east, never did anything until he was given the president of Ohanese Ndibo. And unfortunately, just like he made us know, and I never knew, that...
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, so, unfortunately, just like you made us know now, that they are not duly registered. That is quite unfortunate. So, if you understand, we have all these raw materials and we have all this capacity to develop, or eastern region, it lies within us and we have the power. I think he should be considering or thinking about supporting us or supporting you in the quest to, so that we easily do these things. Make the country or the world to understand, or majority of the development that is happening in the East came from individuals, businessmen in the East. And the question I wanted to ask him, if I had the opportunity, is, has the government in any way assisted these individuals, or were they supported in the business where they make the money to develop the environment? Igbos have been the people doing their thing on their own. Yes, we are even better than those who claim to be in power.
Exactly.
So if we have the opportunity to govern ourselves, to rule ourselves, to have our own state, we will do far better, and the world knows that.
Yes.
So at his age, I will advise Iwanyan that before, I'm not praying for his death, but we all will die. Before he goes, he is lower to his grave. I want him to use this opportunity to create something that will erase, if he has any bad name, or if he has done anything, or it's like for BIAFRA, erase all these things, because this is what will give him a good legacy before he goes away from this world.
Yes, and that is the appeal, and that is the appeal all of us are making to him. So it is an opportunity. opportunity for him to make a
very great
history.
Opportunity.
Yes.
A very great opportunity. And his children will also rejoice in it.
Exactly.
Because they can't keep on running away or living in another man's country. I don't think he should be proud of it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, let me just stop here. Thank you for what you're doing. I'm very, very happy for this exposition today, or this whatever analysis.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. This is the second caller. We are going for the third caller. We have just 5 callers, and then we end it. And then our media, Iwuji, please make sure that this video is available as soon as possible. If the previous broadcast is available, let us know so we can also upload it immediately to the website. All right. Is online. You're welcome to the program. Hello. You're welcome to the program.
My name is Okoro. So I just want to contribute to this the program that is going on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
Hello.
The program you just analyzed now was good, and you understand everything. Even the Iwanyanwu supposed to know that Nigeria government cannot offer BIAFRA anything. You see, so he knows the history of Nigeria, so he's supposed to know more than us. That is the new generation. So he's supposed to be the one directing us, but him is just there deceiving himself. He's just deceiving himself because he knows of Nigeria is not us. And the only thing we can do is to get Biafra and build whatever we want to build there, because Nigeria never lost Igbo in Nigeria. Come out to say that you need to do this thing, you need to do that. Those things, you can't do it in Nigeria. It will be very difficult because the past will always repeat. So the only thing we can do right now is to stand firm, to protect ourselves, to get our territory, then we can be able to do whatever we want to do. You see, so we must stop lying to us, because we can never do anything in Nigeria. And the only way to bring development in our land is getting Biafra first, before we can talk about any other thing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right. Number 4 caller. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your analysis and educating us in some things we don't know. In fact, you are one of the greatest blessings of our generation. My name is Kashuku. Mazi,
Go ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Go ahead.
So we cannot. Thank you. I love the way you extend your hand. You give them a chance, but we cannot rely on this anything they have paid us. So this man, they see you work now. They will remember one of his past sin. They will use it to bring him down. To frustrate him. So
let us not always go to the negative part of this whole people all the time. It has not brought anything to the table. I want everything in their mindset, including you. Let it not be all the time we begin to remind ourselves they are bad, this one was Wanyamu is this, was this and that. No, we have to change. All these years they are doing it. When they come to say something good, let us appreciate them and wait for them to deviate, and then we'll come hard on them. Let us not remind them that, or remind them that, very soon now they will come back. No. Let us change strategy. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your good work anyway. Thank you, my Prime Minister. Thank you. We are solidly behind you. increase the speed.
Thank you for understanding too. Thank you. All right, we'll continue, and this is the fourth one, the last person, the last caller. I have another meeting after this broadcast quickly. So the last caller, we'll make it the number 5 caller, and then we call it a day. This is another 1 hour spent. The last caller.
Thank you. I appreciate your work on what you're doing. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
For the first program you did earlier, I would like to just give all those people this advice. It's very bad fighting ourselves. I will not advise them that I will call them friend, not brother yet, until they change. I will not advise them to know that let us not behave like a witch. It's only a witch who will live the future, the reality, and focus on one particular person. You want to bring that person down. That particular word you say you want to bring somebody down is very demonic. It's barbaric. Bringing somebody down, somebody that person did not eat your money, that person did not kill your child or take your wife. Why to bring person down? You see, you are fighting for the same cause that person is fighting. Even though that person is not doing it in your way, you go and do your own and do it better in your own way, at least in the right way. Why focus on your way and say you want to bring somebody down? If somebody brings that kind of word to them or to that guy who was doing all those things, will he be happy? He will see that person as a threat or as a witch. It's only a witch what is wrong with men of our generation? It's only women I see those days who just come and act. How can a man just bring out his time we said he want to bring somebody down? That person did not take your money away from you. All the way from one platform to another, you want to bring somebody down. I pray for you, brother. What you are doing is right. Just sit yourself down. Advise yourself. Is this thing really right? If you are fighting for BIAFRA, you want to bring our leader out, fight it in your own way. Do what is right. This is what I will say. I will not insult you or say anything, but just do what is right, brother. Stop saying you want to bring anybody down. Sorry, but I must say I appreciate what you are doing. May God bless you. I thank you for this opportunity, for you giving me to speak to these people.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You are the last caller before we go off today. All right. Thank you very much. May God bless all of you. May God bless Mazinam Kano. May God bless the Security Network. May God bless Biafra Liberation Army. May God bless the government in exile. May God bless the cabinet. May God bless all the advisory committee in the New Dimension, woman and their husband. May God bless the media team. May God bless all of you that are supporting this movement and have followed us and supported us to make this progress for me so far. From here, from me, is good evening. Good night. See you tomorrow.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who's doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we're making.
Yes, my people. How are you? Biafrans, we have heard it all. It's all about the exposition of the so-called political elite and some other elders in the land. From the analysis the Prime Minister did this evening, I think we can now hit our chest that we are pushing the whole thing. The whole scenario is going on well because if we have not risen up to talk, if the autopilot led by Mazi Samuel, by the Prime Minister of Biafra in exile, have not pushed to this extent, none of these elders will talk, or maybe Iwaya wouldn't have taken a different scenario to address on certain issues bothering the Southeast. But we can see the man has risen up now to speak profoundly. So I will give him kudos. I think Pastor Van Van, if you have anything to say, you can add to the broadcast we just heard now from the Prime Minister. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, comrade. I appreciate you. Thank you, fellow Biafrans. You can see that we are gaining ground. We are gaining grounds because we have made everything about Biafra restoration as relevant as ever. Very, very relevant, because just like our brother just said, battle cry, just imagine if we allowed those idiots that are gallivanting as a structure, if we allow them to do all the nonsense they wanted us to do, to be silent, don't talk, political solution, and all those nonsense. If you allow them, now Iwanya will just come, take his position, and then nobody will remember Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In fact, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu would have been history since.
Yes.
You see, that is why anyone that stands and opens their gutter and speak against our spokesperson and autopilot, just consider them. You know, it's not even today. I have already said that I don't call any of them fallen angels. I did a program about that earlier, you know, some months or some weeks ago. They are not fallen angels. They are fallen demons. But there's nothing to write home about you if you will open your mouth and speak anything against this true disciple of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But we are delighted that it is happening in our own eyes, and we are seeing it koro, that man Simon Ekpa is actually keeping the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the funny thing is that the more they make those noises they are making, the more relevant we become, and the more powerful our PM becomes. Because anyone that wants to negotiate, anyone that wants to talk, it is man Simon Ekpa they are looking for. Anyone that wants to talk about Biafra movement, that is people that want to talk to us, Biafrans, they don't look for Ndin Zaba. They don't look for all those idiots, all those fallen demons. Who know them? They don't look for them. They come to autopiloted IPOB. They come to Biafra Republic government in exile. That is why you must know that anything we say goes. And if you want to make sure that everything that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu represent comes to pass, support this movement. You will see everything play out the way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wanted it from the beginning. Thank you very much for joining us. And from me from here, thank you. Catch your phone.
All right. So Biafrans, you have heard it all. I wanted to say more things about the tonight broadcast, but the host is rounding up now. So from me as well, I'm greeting our one of our dear sister, beloved sister, Obiageri, who is in the show. Obi, we thank you. We greet you again for joining us. We greet True Survivor and Ogasoni Biafra and some other commenters who are making their contribution. We greet Gloria Ogo. Thank you, sister, Queen of Biafra.
Does Sister B not have anything to say? Obi must have something to say.
Yeah, but she's not in the studio, or can she call? Is there
She's in the studio.
I am here. I'm here.
Oh, okay, Obi, talk.
Biafra. Ọtụtụ okwu adịghị mma n'ụka mgbede. No long story in the evening mass. We are the reason they are remembering Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for sure. We are the reason they are not even talking about only 5 Igbo speaking states for sure.
Yes.
They have seen that what we are bringing is fire.
Yes.
They need to accept it.
Yes.
And what has choice?
Yes.
Nobody, if no Nigeria have choice than to let Biafra go. Support. That's why I'm supporting our PM who said that we will not go negative all the time. We should change our narratives. Just allow them to come out. But if you some of them are tentacles. So allow them to come out. This is natural. Because the heat is too much. You cannot keep killing us and you expect us to keep quiet.
Yes.
Hell no. So Biafrans, anywhere you are watching, make sure you like, follow us. We are the game changers.
Game changer.
You made it happen. You on the comment section, following, you commenting, liking, sharing. Remember, whenever you see our ESN fundraising flyer, your own is to share it. We must fight with everything. I need the I need the I need the to match with what the Fulani terrorists have. Thank you so much. I rest my case.
Welcome.
Thank you for all your birthday wishes. I love everybody.
Right.
Ada Biafra from Chicago is saying good night.
Good night. Mr. Van. Another thing I wanted to talk before we round up this issue is that this is the first time we are hearing an Igbo elder saying that Southeast is not only 5 states. And he's not included some of our elders who are in Kogi, who are in Benue, who are in Akwa Ibom, who are in Rivers State, who are in many other states where Igbo people were chopped off and gave strangers, to be among them. And this is the first time we are hearing it. And the main thing here is that it's quite shocking. It looks to me that these elders are hearing what we are shouting on internet and pretended that they're not hearing us. For someone like Honorable Dr. Emmanuel Iwayam to come out to say this now, I mean, I highly appreciate his presentation with Arise TV, honestly, because he speaks boldly, he makes everything known. Despite that, he's trying to start appreciating the idiot in Asoro, but that one is not welcome. Our elders, they will start with a good approach, with good speech, with transparent and eloquent presentation. All of a sudden, along the way, they will miss track and start talking another thing. But that's by the way. I think the Prime Minister have addressed that one. I've said that anyone who says good must appreciate him, use the good to repair the mistake that I've done at the past. So what we are saying here today is that what gives me concern now is that I don't know if Mr. Van can address this. I'm just trying to get it, struggling to understand why is it that Dr. Iwanyang knows about how to reform Ali Igbo. All this while, both industrial development and infrastructures, and all these past Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, we are there, you never meet them or call them, have a forum to discuss all these things. It was quiet. Someone like Nyawodo was there. You didn't tell him, Mr. Man, you're Hanez Ndi Igbo. Why don't you do this and that way, do this way? This is how to reform your people. This is how to do this one. And when he has gone, Obioro came in, he didn't talk to him, look at what you should do. He allowed them to be serving Fulani until he gets to his store. You know now that, you see, okay, I mean, on ground he had them about that here. You now have to do something to, fill up the space. Okay, the host is asking us to round up. All right. At the moment, from here, it is good evening, good afternoon, good night from where you're watching. We don't have much to say, but I think we will take it from here. Maybe next time we will join you again. All the commenters, all the viewers, we thank you. it is good night. Mr. Vava, please, can you take it from there?
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.